All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You're listening to Blame Your Brother.
All right. Hello once again. Back at you. It's Blame Your Brother. That's right. We're back once again for another episode 65. We are now eligible to retire from podcasting and collecting a Social Security check. So thanks so much for showing up and hanging out with us in the live chat. If you're doing that, come every Thursday night at 8 p.m. to blameyourbrother.tv, and you will come into the magic chat room and watch us perform the show live. Who knows what might happen? But hey, if you miss it, you can still check out the podcast every Friday. So yeah, Blame Your Brother. There's three of us that come to you. I am 1/3 of that crew. I am David, a.k.a. D-Brew, the voice of the people, Mr. 40%, Glenn Jackson, Nick Nickum, the dictator, the spiritual midget, so many more. And I'm joined by each week I'm joined.
Blub, 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 blub.
Yes, by the guy to the
voice
left
of
of me.
Nick Nickum.
It's Kevin Spacey's illegitimate child. His name is Lee.
What up, everyone? I'm the voice of the others, the crying snowflake, the safety pin of those who.
You're faltering. You are the Alex Jones of the left. You are the white Louis Farrakhan. And I'm also joined by the guy to the right of me. His name is John.
Hey everybody, John here, aka Tico, the white John Tortorello.
The white
I wanted another nickname. Mr. PTI, the Madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman. They do have a madman. Okay, he's a madman.
That's right. He also goes by Mr. Groupon. It's John. Yeah. So three of us, we come to you every week, and we're going to be talking about a number of topics today. So sit down, hang in there tightly, and enjoy. And before we do that, we will start every show every week the same way. We have a legal team. They listen to past episodes. They make us say, are there any apologies, omissions, or retractions from last week? Lee, do you have anything to apologize for?
As I'm sitting here and holding on tightly.
Yeah.
No, they didn't contact me this week, so I think they might have been murdered, possibly.
Huh.
I've also learned from listening to this show that I shouldn't apologize unless I have the official apology ready.
All right. Well, John, do you have anything to apologize for?
Everything that Lee just said.
Oh.
I would like to preemptively apologize for the Kevin Spacey jokes tonight, though.
Well, we've already made one, so we'll keep on moving on. All right. I don't have anything. Michael Anthony Nicholas, the fact checker for the Stars, did not contact me this week, so I'm clear. And if he does, I will mention it in next week's episode. So, yeah, we got a lot of things going on. Lee, you are on the clock right now. Your wife is pregnant. She's expecting any day now. So
Countdown 2017.
It could literally happen right now. It could.
Well, no. That's not really how labor works, but
she could go into labor right now.
It could start.
Okay.
It could become.
Would you finish the show out if she just went into labor, just starting labor? Would you finish?
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier, actually.
Okay.
I would kind of want to get some of that on film, I feel like, for prosperity's sake.
Okay.
Like trick her to come down here. And
I've asked the people. They want you to continue the show if it does happen.
Well,
so.
I would probably disappear for a few minutes, console her, tell her that she's got to wait for 511, and then come back.
All right.
Give you the update in real time.
There you go.
I would tell you guys, like lock up if we have to go, but
okay. Well, we'll lock up if that happens. All right, so let's get into each other's weeks. This past week was Halloween, obviously. Well, I'm sure we'll talk about that. But Lee, what happened to you this past week? Anything interesting?
No, I went to a Halloween party.
Dressed up?
I did not, actually.
Okay, good.
I don't understand people's obsession with okay, let me back that up. I understand it, I think, but I'm just not that into it. And I was talking to someone, and it's like they feel like a sense of joy that they get to be silly one day a year, and everyone else does. But I do that all the time. So it's like, for me, I don't know if it's the hipster or whatever, but I just don't feel that, and exhilarated by being silly.
Yeah,
one day I'm like always there.
We're silly constantly. So you went to a music show. You were telling me what were the bands?
Oh, well, this was on Halloween.
Well, you can tell us what happened this week.
So this weekend though, I went, and you ever had that awkward moment when you're in the bathroom and you
boy.
run into someone from high school and you don't recognize them.
Can't say
But you recognize. They recognize you.
I mean, I've not in the bathroom. I've done that out in public, but not while holding my junk while taking a piss.
It wasn't like that.
Hey, man, I recognize you from gym class, bro.
I didn't recognize you till you pulled your penis out.
Wow.
Who did you run into?
This guy named Otto and Pennington. Pennington.
I kind of remember Pennington.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
Otto?
Yeah.
Is he German?
No.
Huh, that's odd.
Did he have long black hair and drive a bus?
No.
Okay, well, there we go. So you went to a show. You ran into some old classmates.
Well, this was a separate
Oh,
WeHo
okay.
area, Wedgwood, Houston.
Okay,
We're
yeah.
trying to start something, so we're calling it WeHo.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty cool. It was like an old school disco, I think, just for Halloween. Yeah.
I'm sick of people giving all these areas of Nashville nicknames. It's Pie Town. It's WeHo. It's,
But here's
it's the
the-
Gulch. It's this and that. It's this. Blah, 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 blah.
But here's the difference: we're doing it tongue in cheek, and it's not a good name. You know?
Well, WeHo's been around for a while though.
Has
so,
it?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's not WeHo. It's WeHo.
Oh, WeHo is actual the name.
WeHo?
Yes. Wedgwood and Houston.
We were
Yeah.
calling it WeHo.
Okay. Well, that's actual name. I'm sick of it.
It was tongue in cheek, though.
All you transplants, stop giving
But
names.
what we were doing is we were telling other people that it was WeHo and seeing if they would be
Okay.
like, yeah. And there's a few people that were like, yeah, we've been down here in WeHo too.
Oh, jeez.
This is like out it.
Love it.
Out it.
Fantastic. Okay,
Anyway,
so
yeah, the show we went and saw was the Minx and the Spiderberries and Molly Rocket. Molly Rocket was really weird because she dressed up like the lead singer Queen.
Okay, Freddie
Freddie
Mercury.
Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. So it's this like little girl, but she's got this mustache, and she had taken a marker. She had like a deep V all the way down to her belly button. She was wearing like a sports bra, but she put like a marker, like chest hair, all the way down.
And there's no you didn't put this on Twitter for what reason?
Oh yeah, I guess I should have, but
Wow.
it was just really weird. Like the voice coming out was this very feminine voice, but yet she's Freddie Mercury and she's like rocking out.
I wouldn't say Freddie Mercury had a masculine voice per se. I mean,
That's fair enough, but it was it's like this.
He did use quite a bit of falsetto.
Anyway, it was just
it wasn't like Screaming Trees or something. I dearly lost you. That would have been weird, but yeah. So anyway, it was a good show.
Oh yeah, it was a great show.
All right.
Fat bottom
So-
girls.
So what? Now hold on. So you went to tell us about Halloween again. So you went to a party on Halloween?
I mean, it was at a
the disco
club, bar,
Okay, gotcha.
restaurant.
And so with other people dressed up.
Oh yeah. Did
Okay.
you not see my Twitter moment?
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, all
Okay,
right.
well I'll
Well,
check it
there you
out
go.
later.
You
What
need
was
to
the,
pay more attention
what
to my
was the
Twitter. I think
craziest-
everyone needs to pay more attention to my Twitter.
well, give it out.
At Brother to Blame.
You offended someone this past week. Do you want to apologize to Chris Sinzak of the Decibel Geek podcast for
Not in particular.
for accusing him of being at the White Lives
he
Matter
made it-
rally?
He made it very clear that he wasn't.
Okay.
And I'm not really a crying snowflake, so it works out.
Shots. So you calling him a crying snowflake?
No,
Oh, okay.
you were calling me a crying snowflake.
Yeah, I was.
like you're prone to do.
Yeah,
And he thought it was funny and jumped in. So I was like mainly talking to you.
Oh, okay.
It was like, oh, just because y'all got mad and didn't show up to Murfreesboro doesn't mean you have to be on Twitter making fun of snowflakes.
There you go. All right. So
And
you,
he's a little didn't want to be associated with those people, obviously.
okay. Well, there you go. So no apologies to Chris
Yeah,
Sinzak.
so,
All right.
So John, why didn't y'all go to Murfreesboro?
Yeah, John. Were you in Murfreesboro? What did you do this past week? Were you in Shelbyville, Murfreesboro, by chance?
I was in Atlanta.
Oh, what's that? What's going on with that?
My wife's nephew, his birthday's on the 27th, so they always have his party the weekend before Halloween. So we went down there for his little birthday party.
And did you dress up?
Not at his birthday party, no.
Don't lie.
Well, I mean, he posted a picture of him dressed up as a furry last week. So I mean,
You can't get much worse than that. So
Well, he was like a troll this week.
no, that was Throwback Thursday. That was from years ago.
yeah, Lee, get it together.
Sorry. Did you tag it TBT?
Yeah.
I believe he did.
Sorry.
All right.
I don't
Well,
look at your
that's
Twitter, bro.
Riveting inside
Apparently,
talk.
you just look at part of it.
All right. So you went to Atlanta. Anything else happened this past week? Still out?
Not really, no.
What'd you do for Halloween? Were you in it?
I worked.
Oh, okay. Did anybody crazy come to the hotel where you worked at dressed up?
No, unfortunately.
Oh,
That'd have been
okay.
fun.
Yeah, it would have been. Huh. Well, let's see. So Halloween, I took the kids out trick-or-treating. Obviously, they dressed up as the Mario Brothers. We had a work party where I did dress up this year.
Holy moly.
And I had some severe reservations about it. I was a little bit nervous about it going into work. I just don't like dressing up, obviously.
You didn't dress up that much. I mean, you kind of looked like your normal self.
There you go. I dressed up as a redneck, and it was kind of weird, man.
It was more white trash
White
than
trash,
redneck.
redneck, whatever.
There's a huge difference.
There's a little bit of everything thrown in. But anyways, I did that at work, and so it was a pretty good time. But we went trick-or-treating, and tons of kids were out. So we're going to talk about some of what I saw.
Did you do
a
that
little
thing
bit later.
where you stole your kids' candy and blamed it on communism or whatever?
No, I did not pull Donald Trump Jr. The weird thing about my kids is like they don't even want to trick or treat that long. We didn't even trick or treat for about an hour. I don't know.
Is this millennials?
Yeah, I think so. And
Do we have a word for sub-millennials?
I don't know. I'm sure want to come out, but they didn't want any of their candy, so that we got tons of candy at the house, and they don't really eat much of it. So it's just a different. Like when we were
I'm calling them
kids,
sub-millennials.
when we were kids, we would trick or treat for hours. Like we were going until
We'd start when school got out, and then boom.
yeah,
I
until
feel
we
like
were,
the other
dark out.
the biggest difference when we were kids too, we could go play by ourselves.
yeah, that's true.
So these days, no kid is ever by themselves growing up, right?
No, I wouldn't let my
Never.
kids go. Not at this age, not the age we were at, but as they get teenagers and they want to. I mean, I don't. We'll talk
Right,
about it. We've got
obviously.
much to talk about. Somebody tweeted at us. Sarah did actually with a question that we'll get into later. But this week has been pretty nutty. I've got a sick dog, got a sick kid.
Sick mind.
It's a bummer whenever your kids are sick. Yeah, it's just terrible. The dog is sick. He's not doing so good. So I don't know. Today was it went by very
You
quickly.
shake it off real quick.
So it's good to
Shake
come
it
in here and just let loose for a little bit and go with it. So there you go. That was the past week. I'm trying to think of anything. No, I mean, when this kind of stuff happens, the week goes by quick. But yeah, it was fun. Halloween's fun for the kids, and it is what it is. It's not. I've said it before. It's not my favorite holiday, and it's for the kids. Halloween is for the kids.
I don't think it is.
It's not for the kids.
I mean, it just not completely.
John, is Halloween for the kids or not?
It's mainly for the kids, but I mean, there's a lot of reasons for adults to like it too.
Adults have hijacked it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, I mean, who's to say?
I think there's nostalgia going on, just like Stranger Things. That TV show is all about nostalgia. If you ask me, it's
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, I think that's the whole purpose.
I mean,
of
there's
them
a
filming
plot.
it in the '80s.
it's a mediocre show, and
There's a plot there.
it is, but it's very tied into.
I agree with David on Stranger Things. I think that it wouldn't have near as much hype if it was filmed in present day.
Right. So, but I think that's why a lot of adults like to get dressed up, and because they're trying to live back to the fun days when we were kids, when we would go out trick or treating. So,
Nah, I don't think that's it at all.
okay, well,
I think they're just looking to, do adult things.
okay.
Why are there so many like naughty, slutty X costumes?
Well, I mean, they're obviously, pulling it into their modern day life, but it all comes
Pulling
back
it
to when
into
they
their
were
modern
kids.
day life.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't dress like that when they were kids. It couldn't be like slutty Wonder Woman or whatever it would be this year. I don't know. So, I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe capitalism has ruined
We're-
it. Is the
I
problem.
wonder what a slutty Wonder Woman would look like.
Lee could probably Google it. I'm sure stuff would come up.
I don't want that in my search
But
history. do I?
we are marching on to
There's the challenge, everyone.
Can you-
just stuff
Rule
like that.
34.
we're marching on to the best holiday in the known universe. It is Thanksgiving is approaching us quickly. I cannot wait for that. That's right there. There's one right there. I mean, there's variations of Wonder Woman for sure.
But I mean, that one
done
looks
for
pretty
sex
much
appeal.
just like the little kid. So I would say something more like this would be more. She's got look at her stockings, like for sure.
Okay, well there you go.
That one
So
just looks like Wonder
any
Woman.
costume can pretty much be slutty costume. Let's just call it what it is. It's adults are trying to take over Halloween. That's really where we're at. Okay, they're trying to take over the holiday. You can have it, take it, go away with it, whatever. Halloween is gone. Thanksgiving, we're moving on. Then we're moving on toward Christmas. So this year is definitely moving on quickly. But let's get to one of the first topics that someone asked us about this week, and I saw a lot of this while I was out. There were a lot of young girls dressed as Harley Quinn. I saw a number of young boys dressed as Negan from The Walking Dead. And if you don't know, these are both adult-themed costumes. A lot of people were dressing their kids as Pennywise from It, and also people are dressing their kids as characters from Game of Thrones. And we've talked about Game of Thrones on the show. Very adult-oriented show. I mean,
Very much so.
incest,
Yeah.
rape, murder. You know, so Sarah asked us at BYB Pod, if you want to tweet at us during the week, do you think dressing your toddlers in adult-themed costumes is acceptable? This needs to be addressed. So, John, I'll let you take the floor first. What do you think about kids dressed in adult-themed costumes?
Yeah, not too keen on it. Yeah, just especially, I mean, like
What a take.
Game of Thrones is it's a lot of nudity and stuff on that show, and it just
Do these kids
it's a little
know?
creepy.
Do these kids know what they're dressed as? What would you say the percentage is?
I'm betting the parents bought the costumes and they're like, "Oh, this will be cool."
Lee, what do you think? What do you think about your kid going as Jon Snow for Halloween?
Well, first off, let me just say Sarah Knightley is a podcaster too, so check out her podcast, Comp My Pod.
There you go.
And just put it in Google, Comp My Pod. But okay, Jon Snow, whatever. Jon Snow is not that bad. Pennywise.
Didn't
whatever.
he just wait? Didn't he just get it on with his
yes,
cousin or
whatever?
niece or
Here's
whatever?
the one that I saw that
Okay.
was kind of like made me stop.
Okay.
At my door, two different little girls
All right.
were help me out here. The Joker's
I
girlfriend.
just said Harley Quinn earlier.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Harley
That's
Quinn.
the one I saw.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of little girls as Harley Quinn. That's kind of weird, isn't it?
So that is way worse than Jon Snow.
Why is it
Or-
worse? Because of the nature of the outfit, would you say? The
Because
short
like okay,
shorts?
so like I could dress up as slutty Jon Snow,
Okay.
right? Like I could put on stocking, but Harley Quinn, it's implied, right?
I mean, I would say so.
Yeah, that's like her character.
These adults are dressing their kids up as what they like.
But I think the kids are the ones that wanted to do it.
Well, you got to tell. Well, your kid probably wants to eat a lot of kids want to eat all their candy right after they get it. Doesn't mean they should be allowed to do it. You got to have some kind of.
But that's what I'm saying. You're saying it's a problem with the costumes, but it might be a problem with what they're exposing their children to.
That's true.
maybe.
Yes. Like, why does your 10-year-old know who Negan is from The Walking Dead? Now, do you guys watch The Walking Dead?
I don't.
Okay, Negan bashed two people's heads in with a baseball bat
With nails sticking out of
with
it.
nails sticking out
This
of
is
it
the society we live
and
in.
killed
man.
him. And I've knew when my child was in kindergarten. Okay, kindergarten, 5-year-old. Okay, children. There was a kid in his class that watched The Walking Dead each week, and I'm like, bro, no, you can't let your kid. There's a
You
scene.
can,
There's a
actually, you
scene.
can.
Okay, there's a scene in The Walking Dead. If you guys don't watch it, there's this group called the Ravagers or something. I forget what they're called, but anyways, they kidnapped Rick and his son, and the guy was going to rape his son. Is the scene played out, and then Rick bit half of this guy's face off, killed the people, and moved on. Like, this is what you're letting your 5-year-old like.
But I mean, here's the thing:
It's
is
as
that
bad-
even appropriate for adults to be watching?
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
why do adults get the pass? Like, why does adults get the pass for watching extremely over sexual content, over violent content? You know,
Well, you tell us. You watch Game of Thrones every week,
I read the book first,
but you'd still watch it every week.
I think with adults is you kind of know what's going to happen. I mean, you kind of get an idea it's going to be bad. You're not going to watch something and be like, "Whoa, that came out of nowhere." I mean, you have the ability to research a little bit before you watch something. Whereas if you're just plopping your kids in front of a TV, you're going to watch whatever's on.
Would you rather have your kid
mean, that's true
dress?
for adults,
Okay. Would you have
too.
Would you rather? Here's your three options. Your kid can dress as one of these three things for Halloween: Pennywise,
okay.
Jon Snow, or Kevin Spacey. Which one would you pick?
No, I think. Okay, definitely not Kevin Spacey, right? That's not even a
Kevin
Halloween.
Spacey was Lex Luthor. So technically, if anyone dressed as Lex Luthor, technically you could say they were Kevin Spacey for Halloween,
Okay,
right,
let me-
John?
Okay, I get the
Technically, you
joke.
could go there.
So here. Let me throw something back at you because I
Okay.
know I grew up with your weirdness and
Okay,
I actually
grew
was
up
there
with your
for some-
weirdness.
I was
Okay.
going to say something else, but I
Go
backed
ahead.
out.
Go ahead.
A devil mask,
Right.
Like dressing up as the devil.
Yeah, but
for instance,
right, that's fun.
that's completely okay.
Well, I
dressing
mean-
up as a zombie.
You know what age? I guess.
What do you mean? What
Well,
age?
a zombie? Everyone knows what a zombie is. Like, not a kid knows what the devil is. A kid knows
Well,
what a
what do you
zombie
think?
is.
Pennywise is an evil clown. It's not like Stephen King cornered the market on evil clowns. I mean,
But-
people are creeped out by it. Like John Wayne Casey, for instance.
Gacy.
You know, was Gacy? That was before it came
That's
out,
true.
right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But Jon Snow, like that kid in this picture, we're looking at. If you're not in the live chat, we're looking at a picture of a kid and two kids dressed as Jon Snow and who's this other person?
Daenerys,
Whoever. Yeah, sure.
Stormborn.
Do they know? There's no way they know who these characters are. Like, so what?
What do you mean? There's no way they know.
You
who those
think this
characters
5-year-old
are?
child knows who Jon Snow is? John,
I'm
come
assuming
on.
that he does.
I've got my doubts.
That girl looks
So
like
they
she's
told
4
him
years
when,
old.
When people ask you who you are, just tell them Jon Snow.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, what else would this kid say? You think this kid watches Game of Thrones?
There's
every
probably
week?
going to be a Game of Thrones animated cartoon series real
Oh,
soon. Okay,
I hope
I'm
to
telling
God
you.
not.
I'm just telling you.
Pennywise is not that bad. Is Harley Quinn that bad? Is it because of the outfit? Pull up a picture of Harley Quinn and is so
Daddy's little. What is it?
Daddy's little girl. There's
Daddy's
a
Little
okay.
Monster.
So there's
Daddy's little monster.
I mean, that's not that bad, I guess, because that can mean there's probably like onesies with that on it before this Harley
she's
Quinn
always
came
holding
out.
a bat.
But
And
she's
it's not
dressed in
because she
very
wants to play
provocative outfit, like short
baseball.
shorts, a midriff shirt. I mean,
Yeah,
should your 5-year-old,
this is the kind of like
like
that one's not bad. Like this one of a girl, that one's fine because
No,
it's
that's
actually
fine.
more like the comic book.
We're talking the Suicide Squad movie version.
Yes, this
this
sort
right
of
here.
thing here.
Your kid should not be wearing midriff shirts at under. I mean, I don't know what the age is, but I don't have to deal with it. I don't have girls, but my girl, I don't think I'd want her wearing a midriff shirt and booty shorts as Harley Quinn.
Booty
Call me
shorts.
crazy, but apparently there's a number of people that don't have a problem with it because I think now we've
You're
gotten
right.
to
There's a number of people that don't have a problem.
we've gotten to an age where people don't want to upset their kids anymore. They want to be like friends to them, and they want them just to do whatever they want to do. And
Nope.
hey, you want to go as Harley Quinn? That's fine. You know, you got to look at your kid and go, that's not really appropriate. You know, maybe when you get to 16 or 17, whatever.
But I mean, they're obviously the kids. So yes, the kids are making the decision.
Yes, which is
So of course, it's very natural for a kid to be exposed.
there's one right there. That girl's like young, and
She's not that young.
she's like preteen.
No.
Oh, that girl right there. Oh, for sure, she's a preteen. But I
don't
guess
know.
I don't know. Anyway,
But look, here's the thing. Like, you're talking about the parents are saying, okay, well, of course the kid wants to be the
grown up, right?
like we make these movies where these women are glorified. Of course the kid is going to want to go for that as Halloween.
Is Harley Quinn?
But why are they being exposed to it to begin
Was
with?
Harley Quinn an example of feminism or not? That's the question. I mean, in the movie The Suicide Squad,
compared
Oh,
to
no,
every other
she's
character in the movie, yes. Because she's the only female role.
She's so like dependable on the Joker and everything he does and says.
but not.
I mean, you could look at it that way, but you could also look at it as they're a duo.
If you're gonna talking about feminism, I mean, I'd maybe Amanda Waller.
Well, I guess.
I honestly did not see the movie. I heard
Okay.
it was
Well,
really
anyways,
bad.
Harley Quinn is the lead character in the movie. Let's just call. I mean, it was her and Deadshot are the lead characters in
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie.
So what if a little boy wanted to be the Joker? Is there a problem with that?
I don't think so. But because we've seen Batman the animated series where the Joker is not really that bad, if you're that version of Harley Quinn where you're completely covered, there's one right there. Yeah. Okay, we're looking at two little kids dressed up. I don't think that's that bad because, I mean, A, they're covered. The kid's Joker. The Joker's a fun character to watch on Batman the animated series. Hopefully, they have not seen The Dark Knight, and hopefully they're not playing that version of the Joker, or hopefully they haven't even seen Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty dark movie for kids to watch. You know, I don't even think my kids watch Suicide Squad.
You don't
So,
think?
I mean, I think I rented it, and I think they were not in the room when I watched it. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it wasn't even that good of a movie. That's another bigger point. And Jared Leto is not, he's not a very good Joker. Not in that. Did you see the movie, John?
Yeah.
What did you think of his Joker in that movie?
He seemed like it wasn't the Joker. He's an all right bad guy,
Right.
But
He wasn't the Joker.
it's kind of like the way I feel about Val Kilmer's Batman.
Okay.
It was a cool superhero, but he was not
Okay.
Batman.
Good example. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so, but anyways, Jared Leto was such a bad Joker, he's not even going to be the Joker in the origin story. They're trying to get Leonardo DiCaprio to play the Joker.
I know, that's sad.
You've heard about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But my point is, like, it all starts at the top, and it's like like I was saying earlier, you were talking about parents stealing Christmas, and they always have these over-sexualized costumes for grown women.
Yeah.
Well, of course, the kids are going to want to replicate that.
So you think it comes back to the parents? Because
Of course it does.
Because when we were young, I don't remember adults getting sexualized with their costumes to the level it's at today.
I think it was happening.
I didn't see
I
it.
don't think it's as commonplace as it is
Well,
today.
when we were younger, though, we didn't have access to the internet and other things
There's
like that.
definitely
and
people
so-
having, but I mean, those
That's probably
people were
true.
probably already involved. And
Yeah.
But I mean, those the costumes that they were getting were probably they were either probably bought at like specifically like sex shops or stuff.
There you go,
Or
yeah.
they were made by themselves.
That's true.
Whereas now you can get these slutty costumes at Party City.
Yeah.
Groupon even.
Yeah, Groupon.
Give us
sure.
that, John. Come on, man.
Give us that
We talked
Groupon
about-
code, man. Come on.
BYB.
Anyway, this is
Okay,
So what would
obviously
you say to Sarah Knightley?
all three of us say thumbs down to adult themed costumes.
I
for
honestly,
children.
I don't have a problem with the Jon Snow
Okay, well, two of us
and
say
the Daenerys Stormborn or the like. These are not. These costumes are not.
it's not. It's the adult themed. It's the
The adult theme doesn't bother me.
Okay,
They're tastefully dressed. They're cute.
We'll ask him in about 12 years.
Yeah,
If-
we'll see.
like,
where you're
if
at.
they-
Yeah. with your girl that you're gonna have in your life, we'll see if you're gonna let your little girl dress up as.
Daenerys Stormborn. I
Yeah.
would not have a problem with that.
But would she even know who that is? Are you
She
gonna
might.
force your child to dress up as what you
no,
want them
I'm
to?
not gonna
Okay.
force my child. You don't know what the story is on these people.
I'm pretty sure that's
You
the story.
don't know.
Well, we're making
The kid-
assumptions.
So you're assuming that the adults force their kids to wear a
Oh
costume.
yeah, for sure.
Through like what,
Here's the
brainwashing, or
here's the
they just
deal.
told them there's no other option?
They're either wanting their kids to dress up like this, and it's their idea, or they're allowing their kids to watch Game of Thrones.
Either way,
It's got to be one of those two things, right?
it's bad news. Bad
I mean,
form.
they could like have pre-watched it and tell them to, edit out the bad parts or something. I don't know.
So that'd be
Anyway.
like what, like 90% of it?
Do you watch the show?
I've seen parts of it, and it's
Okay.
just like it's
It's
somebody's getting stabbed one way or another. If you
I'm
know
just
what
saying.
I mean.
I'm just saying, if you really wanted to talk about a controversial topic, post some like more hardcore pictures than this, because they're well done costumes. They look.
Well, Sarah, Lee wants some more hardcore pictures.
so send those to us at BYB Pod. And if you're on Twitter, let us know what you think about it. What do you think about adult themed costumes for children? All right, so.
all right.
Well, there we go. I saw, like I said, Negan was a bit like, oh, that's crazy. All right, here we go. So we got some topics. Lee is going to pull those up, and we're going to see. So this first topic comes to us from Reddit. And if you want the most offensive thing I've ever seen on the internet in my life, this would be it right here. So
Everyone saw this and they instantly thought of you.
let me tell you
Do you know
about
that? Everyone who saw this listening instantly thought of you.
this man. I'll describe the sign in just a minute. But before I do, this man here is a traitor to this country. He should be deported.
I know why he's going.
Guantanamo Bay. That's where he should be sent for this poster.
All right, describe the poster and
All right,
why he's a
this
national
is
traitor.
If you didn't know, we talked about last week. There was a White Lives Matter rally. It was a kind of a weak rally, but here locally, not about 30.
No one showed up to it.
30 minutes and not hardly even showed up. Well, this guy's got a sign, and so it's a white sign, and half of it says
Why's it got to be white?
Why does it have to be white? So half of it says welcome. And on the welcome sign, it's got the female sign for a female. It's got the sign for the Star of David, the rainbow flag.
That's
It's got-
Mexico.
It's got the black lady symbol of black power, I guess, or black
Got a transgender
movement.
sign.
Transgendered sign. Okay, so these are all things that are welcome. That's on the left side, oddly enough. And then I guess it's actually on the right side of him. But looking at us, it's the left side. And then there's a red line, and it says not welcome on the other side. And here are the images not welcome. Members of the KKK, a Nazi symbol, the Confederate flag, Nathan Bedford Forrest statue found here in Nashville, and Tom Brady. This is unacceptable. This guy is a joke of a man.
Which part don't you like?
The Tom Brady part.
Are you
Tom Brady
sure?
deserves to go into the other column. He should be as big. He should be the only thing on the other column. Because when you look at Tom Brady, you look at all these other things. Yeah, they're all white.
Here we go.
They're all white guys.
So
fair
Tom
enough.
Brady is better than Black Power. Is
Tom
what you're
Brady
saying.
trumps everything in life. Okay,
Trumps
Trumps.
everything.
He trumps Trump. If he ran for president tomorrow, I would go out and campaign. I would give money to his campaign
I don't
constantly.
doubt you would. I don't.
This
doubt
is a
you
guy
would.
that's 40 years old. He's at his peak physical condition at
I don't
40.
know about that.
He is. He is one of the top athletes in the world. And to associate him with Nazis, the Klan, Nathan Bedford Forrest, they ought to be ashamed.
Well, they ask him.
The history books one day will be written about Tom Brady. He will be one of the greatest Americans that ever walked on the face of the earth. Do you understand that?
Sir, is fake
He is all
news.
about winning. He's married to a supermodel. He's a multiple championship winner. He went to a great college. He's living the dream. He's got kids. He's promoting healthy
kids.
lifestyle. He's a winner. This guy's never lost at anything he's ever done. And you guys, you come in here, you make your little jokes about him being not welcome. This guy here looks like he
Oh,
wishes he was
didn't
Tom.
somebody
This
steal-
guy here. let
Didn't
me tell
somebody
you-
steal his Super Bowl jersey and he cried about it?
No, he didn't cry
I'd
about
say
it.
he lost
The
about
NFL
that.
The NFL cried about it. He didn't care.
He cried about it.
He's got 100 jerseys in his
Nah,
house,
he
all
cried.
signed, worth more than your house right now. But look,
He cried when they caught him with that air pump.
This guy-
coming out of the bathroom.
allegations, untrue statements. He was never found to be guilty. But anyway,
Fake news.
fake news. The man was run down, modern day witch hunt.
Not my football.
The only thing I'd put him in that category for is a witch hunt on my man. Move him over to the other column and let's move on. This guy here, we're supposed to take this guy seriously. Like, he's holding this sign up like he's against these people. He's making a mockery of the movement. I'm telling you what, every people on this sign of welcome, they don't want this guy supporting their cause anyway. Let me trust me
Well,
here.
let me. I agree.
Look at this guy.
I agree.
Shave, bro. Do something with your life.
I almost agree with the things that you're saying.
Thank you.
But I will say, we're sitting here talking about him. So
He doesn't even know to
He did
look at the
something right.
camera when they're taking a picture of him. What's the man even looking at?
He does kind of look like he's lost.
He's lost.
there's probably
man.
so many people taking pictures
Someone
of
get
him.
me-
It's hard to look at all of them.
Someone get me this guy's name. I want to
Are we
talk
gonna?
to him.
Are we
I'll get him on the show.
DDoS? Are we
Yeah.
gonna DDoS him?
No,
right
I'm going to
here?
get him on the show and blast him. Look at this guy. Oh, God. Even his little fingers look pathetic. Get this guy out of here. You know what? No.
we're just gonna-
No. No.
We're not. No.
It's time for
No.
Idiot of the Week.
Oh
No.
my God, I am surrounded by idiots.
To the idiot mobile. You idiot.
You're an idiot.
Well, that's because you're an idiot.
This is our Idiot of the Week. This unnamed man who would dare tarnish the greatness of Tom Brady. I say, and I stick by it, you ought to be deported from this country. Your citizenship should be taken away. You should be put into a jail cell. You should be tortured daily for all of your crimes against America. This guy, he's the worst terrorist we've ever seen, minus a few others in the last couple of weeks. But this guy is in the top 10. This guy's taking freedom away from our children, and he ought to be embarrassed. Get this guy out of here. We're done with this
we're done
loser.
with him.
Get off of my show, you moron. All right, next story. So,
All right, let's find a story.
all right.
Did you hear about this story?
Woman, 48 years old, is caught giving a man, 28 years old, oral sex on a Delta flight in their seats after meeting on the plane.
So normally I would just gloss over the story.
yeah, why did you bring
The
this up?
woman was on the way to Nashville. And then I started thinking about when we were talking about that guy getting pulled off the plane.
Yep, Mr. Dong,
Mr. Tom.
whatever his name was.
So the story is they had never met before,
Okay.
and they just sat next to each other, and they were caught performing oral sex or whatever, and then they were taken off the plane and given a citation. So, what can you just like? I'm obviously a very sheltered
Right.
snowflake,
Okay.
you
yeah.
know.
Mhm.
Just walk me through. Like, is this what other people are doing? Is this normal?
Well,
I don't think it's normal because it wouldn't have been on the news. if it
I've been
was.
on a plane many times, and it's never happened to me. I've never
Not even close?
Not even close. I've never met a stranger on a plane, and they've offered to,
So like
have
let's
sex.
okay,
I
but
mean,
let's break this down. This might be fake news.
No,
it
no
might
Mile
be fake
High
news.
Club for
It is-
Dave.
no Mile High Club for Dave.
I really thought this was fake news because it was on Daily Mail, but then I saw it somewhere else.
Okay.
So let's walk through how does that conversation even begin?
I don't
those
even
two?
know. I mean, I guess maybe they were both attractive people. There's something wrong with this country. I'm just going to break this down for you guys. We can talk about, we'll probably get to it. We can talk about race being a factor in America, and we talk about a lot of this off the mics, but I'm bringing it up now. There is an attractiveness bias in this country.
I would
Okay.
agree.
Well, I don't think
Straight
it's
up,
this country.
It's no different than being born black, white, Hispanic, Asian,
Male,
anything.
female.
Male, female.
or
You're born.
LBGQ2,
You're born.
HA.
Fluid, dynamic, whatever all the things are. There's no different than being born being attractive. And attractive people, they always get off the hook every time. Casey Anthony, O.J. Simpson. Okay, those are two. I can name 1,000 others.
So
Doesn't
you think
matter.
O.J. Simpson's attractive?
Yeah, I think all the jurors. Everybody
Can you just
thought
say it? Can you say that as a
O.J. Simpson was an attractive man. I don't know who he is
Was?
now. He's an old, broken down man. But at the time, yes, he was very attractive. Yes, I can say that. I don't care. So there's an attractiveness bias in this country. You want to talk about sexual harassment? And let me tell you this. I think this is true. This may be the hottest take you hear this week.
We've said it all the time.
But
off mic.
if Harvey Weinstein was better looking, would all these allegations be coming out?
Yes.
You know, I'm not saying it would be right. trust me on that.
So what about is Kevin Spacey not considered attractive?
I would not say he's an
Back
attractive
in
man.
his prime or whatever?
No, I wouldn't say so. But in that instance, that's a 14-year-old child that he's trying to have sex
Why does
with.
Kevin Spacey always...
So that's a little bit different. But and we can talk about Kevin Spacey in a minute. But here's what I just want to get that out of the way. If you disagree, agree, let me know. But I think, there is obviously attractive people get away with more, probably get better positions.
So what do we do?
We just blind everyone, I guess. That'd be the only solution.
Blind everyone. I feel like there would still be like tactile, sensory bias.
Maybe. You're right.
People would have excellent bone
Well, there'd be
structure
and thin and overweight and all that things.
Well,
And
I mean,
Lee sits on here and acts like that if a man says, I'm not attracted to 400-pound women, that there's a problem with that statement. Do you want to go ahead on mic and say that you've not said that before, or what?
That's not. You were taking what I'm saying out of context.
I'm saying clarified. How is that?
No, I'm saying instead of judging people, I mean, we're basically saying the same thing, because I'm saying instead of judging people by their attractive appearance, we should instead judge them by their character.
But as a partner,
but you're saying no, you should judge people by their physical appearance first and foremost.
As a partner to be attracted to, yes.
Man, I'm just saying, like, okay, so if you fell in love with someone and married them, and then they swelled up, you'd be like, "You done, girl?"
Well, no, but
that divorce paper.
that happens. But
go down to McDonald's, get me a number 2 and a divorce.
Why did they swell up? Did they just stop caring about the attractiveness of each other in the relationship?
Does it matter to you?
Were they not working out?
Does it matter?
There's health benefits.
According
to
you, it doesn't matter. That's what you were just trying to throw at me. You were just trying to paint me in a corner about the 400 pounds.
Well, I'm saying it's just a way of life
My
that we don't want to address.
Like, y'all guys need to stop being misogynistic and
that
judging women
based
strictly on their appearance alone.
What do you
That's
think?
all I was saying, and this was months ago.
Wait. On weight, that's more than just appearance, though. That's also health and other things like that.
Obviously, and obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say that people are going to be attractive to 400-pound people. Okay, but what I was trying to say, you guys were trying to paint me in a corner about.
We always try to paint you in a corner. I mean, what's new? What's new on the episode? Anyways, let's get back to the story. Maybe they were both attractive. I'd have to see pictures of
Can
these
y'all
people.
do like a little role playing? John, you be the girl. David, you be the guy.
And
y'all just sat down next to each other. John, you're a 48-year-old woman. David, you're a 28-year-old man. You don't know each other. You're going to Detroit. You're going to Nashville.
Lee wants this to happen really bad. It sounds
weird.
like.
Here's what I would think would happen. Just role playing in between myself.
Role
here.
play it out.
I think they probably both had a couple of drinks. They're talking. They're both attractive to each other. Maybe a little flirting is happening. And the guy probably or the girl said, "Hey, have you ever joined the Mile High Club?" And they're like, "I don't know, whatever, blah blah blah."
Talk to John when you say
he's a 28-year-old man.
Ask John.
John, have you ever been part of the Mile High Club?
No.
Okay. Well, would you like to? and so
no.
then their major mistake here was they were so dumb they did it where everyone could see them, like no one was going to call them out. That's very narcissistic. By nature, why would you do that where nobody can see? At least go to the bathroom or try to hide it or something.
So a lot of this story was on Reddit and people were talking about it and people said the same thing, but people said the bathroom is not big enough. And people were actually legitimately offended that these people were given a citation as well.
Oh, you got to give them a citation.
They were like, "What's the big deal?
Let them
do their thing." That's what they said. They were like, "Oh, what's the problem?"
This shows the internet's stupid. If I wouldn't have already wasted it the week, I'd waste on the internet. But look, you may have a small child with you on a plane. They're looking over. They're seeing this happen. It's insanity at its finest hour. It's not even on an international flight, which is a bigger plane. Maybe that was acceptable. I'd like to see a picture of these people if they allegedly got.
They don't have pictures.
I don't even know if this is a true story.
It
sounds like it's fake news to me. I mean, I'm sure it happens.
Okay, but that's not the point. We're having a discussion about it. So, okay, you're on a long flight. There's a TV that's showing a Game of Thrones marathon.
Right.
And then there's two people making out under a blanket. Which is worse?
Oh, which one is on the flight? Which is worse?
You have a TV in front of your child showing Game of Thrones uncut. And then you have the people next to you under a blanket. Nothing's
making out.
Having
oral sex.
Yes.
In that instance, you're saying they're under the blanket. No one can see them.
Right.
I mean, I guess the Game of Thrones scene would be worse. I mean, if you're talking, that's the two options that are available. I went on an international flight and there was a movie, and they try to censor the movies. But there were still like sex scenes in some of the movies. I'm just like embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, dude, hurry, get off this, And people beside you can obviously see the screen, and you're just like, I'm a pervert. I mean, what can you do? It's insanity.
I didn't know Debbie Does Dolly had.
I didn't know there were sex scenes in this movie. So this one here, I mean, kudos to them,
whatever.
but they got caught. You got to be smooth in that if you want to do it. And I mean, what's going to happen to them? I have no idea. What are the jurisdiction
Well,
for
if they're
over? I don't
attractive, which
know.
they probably are, so the citation is probably
it's FBI
limited.
was supposedly involved because it's in the air, and they were given citations, and the news was people were trying to get them brought up on felony charges. But
Felony.
my
Wait
question
a
is, how is this?
second. I don't know about
even know.
felony charges now.
But I mean, like, if you think about it, if we did something like that, we would probably go to
we're
become
not
a sex offender.
Yeah, we're not
right?
that attractive.
Exactly.
We're
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the potential is there.
You want fives across the board? You're looking at them right here, guys. So we would be under the jail for our lewd and whatever behavior.
Keep going.
I don't
For
know.
your improv, that's what I would put you in
coming
jail
back
for.
to this attractiveness level, man.
Okay.
Like,
Drop it on us.
why can't we just address this and just be honest with each other? More attractive people are going to move up the ranks of work faster. They're probably going to be in higher positions than ugly people. They're not going to get brought up on sexual harassment charges.
I mean,
Women
I
are
don't,
gonna
I
like-
don't think you're exactly 100% accurate on
I
that.
think if a guy
I think
wa-
it has to be a combination of like mental fortitude and attractiveness. Because like think about like
I mean,
the dumb
obviously,
blonde
if you're a
or something.
complete idiot, you're not
Right.
going to get that job. But I mean, if you got two people, one's kind of average and one's really good at their job, but the one is kind of like not
Better
very
looking?
attractive, they're going to give it to the more attractive
Maybe,
person.
maybe.
Most times. But
It
if
depends.
the question I'd like to ask, I'd like to go back if I could replay history. I'd make Harvey Weinstein look like David Beckham, and I'd see if these stories were completely different. So I believe they
wouldn't
would be
a story.
Exactly. It wouldn't be a story. You're right, because these women would jump his bones. Exactly. So
I think it's just crazy that
The difference
like
between sexual harassment and flirting is how the person looks.
look, here's what I would say too, because there's so many people coming out right now, and I understand it's a thing. If you are sexually assaulted, do not hesitate. Immediately report to the police.
I agree.
Please. I was reading a story, and the woman was talking about another executive and how he was like standing in the doorway, wouldn't let her go, and she said she eventually just gave in. Like, what the hell? Like, no, don't give in.
Don't give in.
It's like, unless your life is being threatened or something. Like,
And we are, to clarify, not to be funny, but sexual assault, no, is never, ever, ever acceptable in any form, shape. I don't care if you're David Beckham, you're Harvey Weinstein, whatever. It's unacceptable. If a woman or a man says no, that's it. But I think now we're in this age of sexual harassment and flirting, like you said. And I'm just judging on dudes I know. Maybe there's a bunch of shitty guys out there. It's a possibility. I don't know. They're going out and they're being over the border. Some of the stuff you hear Harvey Weinstein did, unacceptable. Like, what kind of man does that? Like, I've never been in a situation where I went, hey, come up to my
Well, it
hotel
didn't
room.
start
I'm going to
that
go
way.
take a shower. I'm going to give me a nude massage on the
I
bed.
think it's because he got away with a little bit more each time.
I guess
When you're in a
so.
position of power and you have something people want, you can barter with them, right?
Yeah,
And that's where that attractiveness comes from. If you have that attractiveness,
You're right.
you can barter with people.
little
Harvey
barters.
Weinstein didn't have the attractiveness, but he certainly had the power.
He had the
He
power
had the
and the
money,
money,
he
yeah.
had the power, so he got away with a little bit. And
Right.
then he assumed he could do that with, be bolder and bolder with each step. I'm just glad he finally got crucified.
It's
for
just
it.
crazy how many people are coming out now. You've got Ben Affleck allegedly did it,
Yep.
Kevin Spacey,
Yep.
Harvey Weinstein,
Yep.
Brett Ratner, the
Yeah,
director.
that's who I was talking about earlier.
I mean, it's
There's
just
a local guy here in Nashville that's a
Local-
big executive.
it's nuts. Like, hey, guys with power, stop it. Like, if we were working somewhere, if this was our full-time job and we ran this as a company, we had females working with us. If one of them came to me and said this guy was doing the things they said, I would fire him immediately. Number one, that would be immediate termination.
Oh, the NPR guy.
Oh, NPR,
Yeah,
right?
the NPR guy.
Oh my God! Even the liberals are doing it. Oh, well, wait! Only the liberals are allegedly doing it.
They didn't even fire him.
Here's
That's the thing,
kick.
though. They
No.
knew he was doing
Let
it. They
me
didn't
give you
fire
the
him.
kick. These are the people that jumped all over Trump for
No,
saying,
look,
"Oh,
you're trying to make
no,
this
no,
a
no, no,
you're
no,
trying
no.
to make this a political issue.
No, not political.
You're trying to make it a left-right
No,
thing.
I'm not.
That's stupid.
No,
it
no,
has
no.
nothing to do with
Here's
any
what
of
I've
it.
always said about
No.
life.
I'm sorry for
When
bringing
someone
up the NPR
when
guy.
someone's standing on top of a hill and they're shouting the loudest, they've got the most to hide.
So you don't think that
I'm telling you.
So
that's
you're
fact.
telling me the Republicans and the Democrats
the
aren't both standing on a
Republicans
hill?
are just as bad. That one
But
guy was hitting dudes.
anytime anyone brings up a liberal doing something, you just jump on it like you're an animal
Because-
and a beast that you don't have
Because
the same
the entire
fervor.
media does that to
Yes,
the Republicans.
because
That's
they're
ridiculous.
holier.
You guys are so biased.
holier
you
than
guys
thou.
are so
holier than thou. We would
Okay,
never do
okay.
so.
Oh,
Hollywood.
time
is,
out, time out.
Hollywood is the ultimate.
Time out.
Pure,
I got one for
Go
you.
ahead.
We talked about this in the past. I want to get to
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know if you saw this or not.
This is
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg stands over Trump's body on new album cover. An album cover image posted to Snoop Dogg's Instagram shows the rapper looking down on what appears to be the dead body of President Donald Trump and has been removed from the platform. The cover of the Make America Crip Again, great album cover, shows the rapper looking on as a body cover with U.S. flag, lies on a gurney with a toe tag reading Trump. It's a play on Ice Cube's 91 album Death Certificate, which
So
was
what
Uncle
we
Sam.
talked about this with the music video. He's in the news again for the album cover. We've had time to digest
Well,
it.
let me tell you about Snoop
Liberal,
Dogg.
conservative, what's the deal?
Here's the problem with Snoop Dogg, and in this album cover, I mean, I don't have a problem with it because you actually don't see it's Trump. I mean, it can be anybody. I understand
He's
the
got a
implications.
toe tag on it. That
Yeah,
says
but
Trump.
there's many Trumps in the world. It doesn't say Donald Trump. Okay, that's all. No,
There's more than one
the
Donald
American
Trump.
flag
but here's the thing
is
with
a big.
Snoop
It's almost
Dogg.
respectable.
Now, Halloween came. More people dressed in blackface this year. I don't understand why that's still.
I didn't hear
Why are
anyone.
people?
I
It's
didn't
all
hear.
Colin Kaepernick. Our officer got fired for doing it. But
Oh,
look,
no.
guys, no blackface. You can't do that. You know what Snoop Dogg does? He has a character he plays called Skip, who's a white guy, and he puts whiteface on. Isn't that just as bad?
No.
How is that acceptable?
It's not.
It's not as bad.
It is
no.
to me, but not to society.
No, it's wrong.
You
Society.
can't. You can't be racist against white people. You
Well,
can't do it. It's not possible.
that's crap.
You cannot be racist against white
Hey,
people.
everybody, I'm Skip. I'm Snoop Dogg playing a white guy. Like, if we did that, we would be thrown off the internet pretty much.
Then it's privilege. You can't make fun of people that are privileged. Now Snoop Dogg is evidently not privileged. I
No,
don't know.
Snoop Dogg has shown he's already shot Donald Trump in one video with a fake gun. Is this any further? This is just another narrative continued on. This is like the aftermath.
But how far is he gonna go before they pop him? You think?
I don't think they're going to do anything to him because he's going to claim it's parody or satire, and then they really can't touch that. You're allowed to do that, you know.
I mean, they threw the book at Kathy Griffin.
Well, because Kathy Griffin's not funny. I mean,
I think she took it a little further with the bloody head. And
the bloody
stuff.
head's pretty bad. I mean that
She was looking a little crazy-eyed too.
that's blatantly Trump's head in that one. Like I said, this one here, the argument you can make.
I mean, no, John, that's valid though. That is, I mean, that's valid.
Yeah, I think people like Snoop Dogg though, and I don't think many people like Kathy Griffin. It's
I
the
mean,
difference.
I know,
Once
but I
again,
mean, that's
Snoop
a
Dogg is
stupid-
more attractive artistically than Kathy Griffin.
very true. Yes,
I mean,
so he
that's
got
what,
away
that's,
with it.
that's kind of going with why I mentioned her is the fact
Yeah.
that it's because of popularity or,
Yep.
or sway
That's right.
that is why the book's thrown at her and why old Snoop gets a.
And sometimes, you know, someone's got to pay the price, and it was Kathy Griffin in this instance. She had to pay the price.
Somebody
I
had
mean,
to.
You know, so there we go. All right. Well, you know, Make America Crip Again. I mean, that title alone's offensive. I mean, what is that? What you want, Snoop Dogg? You want more Crips in America? You want more Bloods and Crips fighting each other, killing, with black people getting killed in record numbers in gang war? Yeah, Make America Crip Again, man.
We don't
I
die,
even-
we
you
multiply,
know,
brother.
Snoop Dogg, you could go back in this guy's. He's a coward anyway. You know,
How is he a coward?
he was under trial for trying to shoot somebody. He put it on his homeboys instead. I think one of them went to jail instead of him. He ran away from Suge Knight at death row. He was scared to
I mean,
death
I would
of
run
him.
away from Suge
I
Knight.
mean, come
That's
on,
not being
Snoop.
a coward. That's being smart.
Well,
Yeah, but you're not talking a big game either.
yeah, right.
I don't think Snoop Dogg was much of a talker.
Murder was a case that they gave me. No more endo, gin, and juice. Okay, what I mean, come on, man. That rap is literally about killing
That's
someone,
my point, though.
meeting the devil, and
I don't think Snoop is a big talker, though. I think he's more of a starving artist type. You know,
yeah,
He ain't starving.
he ain't starving.
he's hungry for sure.
He's hungry because he's been smoking that stuff, baby.
Okay.
All
Anyway,
right.
I just
What-
thought
what
I would
else we
bring
got?
that back up.
We got one more topic.
Do you want to get to the last topic?
I guess so. Let's
You
do
want
it.
to talk about this girl? at the-
Oh, here we go.
I don't think we should end it on this. It's
That's
too
our
much.
last
Let's just
topic.
okay. Let's go. We got a Dear
Let's do
John this
Dear
week.
John. You can look it up on yourself. Just Google the Halifax Music Fest and their apology that they issued. I know you're real big on apologies.
Apologies. Never demand an apology. You'll never get it. Okay, so Do we have a Dear John this week?
We do.
So every week, the people have spoken. They love the Dear John segment. People write in. They need advice in their life. Hopefully Snoop Dogg will write in one week. And John here is going to answer that question with advice only he can give in what we like to call Dear John.
This one comes in. Dear John, I'm a 55-year-old guy stranded in a tough marriage situation. My wife has had a serious falling out with her father. After his wife of more than 50 years passed away, he immediately took up with an old flame and dumped his family in favor of his new lady's family. My wife now treats me like garbage. Apparently, all men are dogs. And if she passes away, I obviously already have a girl lined up to take her place. And oh yeah, I plan to abandon my children in favor of the new woman's family. I'm being painted with a very broad brush, and it's destroying our relationship. My wife is angry and bitter all the time, and I feel abandoned. I love her dearly, and I don't know what to do next, although I'm thinking of punching out her father. From Stranded in California.
Well, if everything you say is true, your wife is definitely being she's not being fair to you. As far as advice goes, oh gosh,
John's speechless for the first time.
Well, I mean,
oh gosh.
I mean, on one side of it, I mean, does she expect her father just not to love anyone ever again? I mean, it's not like he just ran out on her mother. I mean,
yeah, but
she
he ran
died.
off. But he ran off on the kids, didn't he?
She dumped.
Did he really run out, or is he just splitting his time more?
He immediately took up with an old flame and dumped his family in favor of his new slave. So bad that his wife is. I think he's asking what to do more, like with his wife being.
Yeah.
His wife. It's so bad that his wife is telling him he's a dog for being a man.
I really. I mean,
so he's gonna need some advice, John.
John, come on.
I would start verbally dogging her father. So yeah, he's a crummy person. Maybe that'll help out. But as far as I mean, I don't
verbally dogging her. What?
No, the father. That way he can distance himself from him. That she'll feel like maybe he's not so much like him.
Does anyone out there have any advice that might actually?
I'm going to take this over.
John stumbled a little bit there.
Now, this guy here is how old? He's 55-year-old. He's 55. I believe, honestly, this man deserves some type of award because you've obviously married one of the most terrible women in the history of the world. This woman's bitter, and if you don't notice the bitterness over the course of your marriage, she's been bitter the entire time she's been married to you. Maybe you zoned it out. Maybe you took to liking football on Saturday and Sunday that turned into Monday into Thursday. I don't know what you've done to pass your time, my friend, but if your old lady is such a bitter shrew that she's going around just giving you the business every day of your life, it's time for you to take up like her father and get the heck out of that relationship because life's too short for this dude. You're 55. You're going to be dead soon. You want to stick around with this nagging lady giving you the business every day of your life? Make her prophecy come true. Leave her. Abandon her. Let her. Dude, it's too short. Life's too short. He's literally saying every day, she's like, men are dogs. You're trash. Have you done anything in your life that she doesn't say?
She's probably 400 pounds.
Probably,
I would imagine.
Well, then you definitely need to get the heck out of that relationship. But let me tell you, dude, life's too short. You tell her, I'm not going to take any of this garbage anymore from you. I'm not your father, okay? And if you want your father, which apparently you did, then you need to bounce out of the relationship. That would be my advice to him. You can go to counseling. The bitterness is never going to wash away. Obviously, she's got some severe father issues. I don't know why you didn't notice this. I don't know how long you've been married, probably 30 plus years. You're just now noticing this. This is terrible. All men are dogs. Well, you know what? All women are dogs too. So go howl at the moon or do whatever. Get out of that relationship and bounce her.
You may have hit something on the head with the father issue because he's 55.
Right.
She said that her father was been married to this woman, probably her mom, for 50 plus years.
That's true.
So that means there's probably a pretty huge age gap anyway in their relationship.
What does she want this guy to, what does she want her father to do? Just like die alone in a grave somewhere by himself? Dude.
A little bit of loyalty. A little bit of mourning
what?
time.
A dead woman?
A little bit. She probably spent 55 years with this man, and then you're just going to be like, on to the next and bye-bye my family? I can understand why she would be bitter.
I'm like John.
If your wife was to die tonight, and you just dropped the kids off at her parents' house and said, I got this I'm dating my ex again. You know, life's got to move on. Everyone would look at you funny.
His kids are grown.
That's not the point.
I mean, dude, the guy in the story, he's got to be 70 plus years old. What do they want out of the 70? What, they want him to come over and change their diapers for him? These are grown adults
I'm just
they're
saying,
talking about. It's ridiculous. This is not a 30-year-old man leaving his 5-year-old child. Hey, you bitter broad. These kids are grown up. Let the guy live his life. You want him to die in a nursing home with some rude nurse pinching him with a needle every time, and he's waking up praying for death he's never going to get? You are a bitter, shrewd woman. You're done. You're a dog. Get out. That's all I got to say with her. I think he should leave her immediately. I mean, I'm just saying, man, if you got to wake up to that, think about that every day. You wake up, she's standing over you. You're a dog. You go get something to eat. You're a dog. You're going to leave me.
If that's what was actually
she almost wants him to leave her, is what I would think. It's almost like she wants him to leave him. So
lends to that belief.
Make her dreams come true. Leave her. Move on. Take the kids with you. Leave her by herself. Leave her in that nursing home. She's
Thanks,
dying.
John. Run it. Here's John. You dropped the ball, John.
There you go.
Sorry,
so if you want John or David to answer your
It's a tough question. It's a tough question. I don't think David answered it very well.
Oh, I answered it perfectly. BYB Pod.
I think Robin actually had the best answer.
Oh, counseling. Get that out of here. BYBpod@gmail.com. Write to us. Let us know what you think. And like Sammy said, the major key is don't be bitter. That's pretty good.
We'll get there.
All right. We answered your advice. Please write us with your great questions like that where we can help you out. And if you do divorce her, please send us a selfie of your divorce paper, because we do every week. We do blame your selfie, #blame your selfie.
Nice
we encourage
segue.
you to take. Thank you. Where we encourage you to take pictures, send them to us. A lot of Halloween themed selfies. We are excited to get to them. So Lee, roll it on the screen. Here's the selfies of the week. First, it is Jen Knees at Jen, Jenn, Knees, Knees. And she said, #haunt life at Nightmare, Tennessee. She's dressed up as some kind of weird creature with a bunny filter on it, which makes it even more creepy. So Jen Knees was working at Nightmare in Tennessee this past season here, and she looks like she had a good time. So there you go. We've loved all of her pictures. She sent us a lot. All right, this is Jarrett Nicholson at 5'_14".
There's no
great. I love that.
Is that 6 foot?
Yeah, 6 foot, like 2. Yeah. And I need to send him some magnets. I will send them to you, Jared. I've been busy
with
waiting.
This guy?
He's a listener of the show. I've sent him some stuff before. He says, no national championship since 1831. No football team either, but I doubt that would make a difference. #blame your selfie. He's wearing the NYU football.
You need to send him a BYU.
Who hasn't had a football team since a long time. So there you go. There's the comedy. So thank you so much for that picture. All right, here we go. This is me.
Who's this weirdo?
At Dave is the worst. It said, I felt inspired by episode 64, Blame Your Brother, and tried the furry thing for a while at Target. #blame your selfie. #what the fox says.
You're so clever.
I know, I try.
Like a little fox.
So that's me in a fox outfit. All right, here's Jenny's again. It says, haunt life, I'm back. So she had left the haunted house due to some things being said on Facebook. I don't know the whole story of that. Yes, she kind of told us about that. And
man, those eyes being pinned up. I'm gonna move past that. That's scary.
All right, here we go. This is me again. This is at the Halloween party, and it says here, hello kids, it's the new me. #blame your selfie.
Are you wearing a
Halloween.
UT shirt?
I'm wearing a UT Butch Jones, baby. We got to keep him as the coach at Tennessee, baby. Yeah, I'm wearing redneck sunglasses, a mullet, the red flannel, which is it's the uniform of the redneck white trash in America. If you Google
hey, you
redneck,
honestly had that T-shirt.
No, I went out and bought it at Walmart, and there were tons of them there. So there you go.
I thought everyone hated Butch Jones.
That's why I wore it. That's why I wore it. Actually, I got that shirt when I got into a fight with some UT fans at Sports Fest, and they got kicked out, and they left that shirt behind, and I took it from them. So I've had it for like 2 or 3 years.
Nice costume, dude.
There you go. All right, here we go. This is Ball Pit Gangster. This is Katie, who we haven't seen in a while. It says, at @ballpit_gangster, if you want to follow her. It says, the working on Halloween crew. #blame your selfie. So she is a dinosaur. Looks like her coworker, unicorn, and like a cat or something.
Yeah,
We miss seeing Katie around.
animal lovers.
But we do get occasional selfies from her, so there we go. All right, here's our friend Mandy. She does a couple podcasts, Little Geek Lost. She does the Pile podcast, and her new one is, what is it called? It's called Bob Eats Pod, Box Office Beats Podcast. Go check it out. It's really good. They break down songs and movies. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm listening to all the episodes. It's fun times. And she said, here's a 4-pack Halloween edition. It's her wearing a Wicked outfit. She's like,
she loves Halloween.
She does. She's
done quite a few costumes. This one is on point.
She has the Freddy sweater with horns, and she's doing it up. She's done a lot of Halloween stuff, so go follow her if you want to see that for sure. All right, here we go. This is Lee. It says, you guys thought I was joking. Hashtag blame your selfie. What is that reference to?
The first part, I said I was going to go as the listen to my ukulele solo, man.
Okay, there you go.
The most horrifying of all Halloween costumes.
That is true. That is.
Like if there's a dude like, hey, man.
Okay, this is Sammy off camera. He says, here is his Halloween costume.
Oh, no.
Just he doesn't want us to say what it is, but just the reaction is.
We can definitely
Sammy,
not show
that'd be one for us for the ages. That's wow.
We're posting that right now.
I think that kind of lends to the BYB, the Dear John of last week.
Yeah, it does. It's true. Here is Copper Top Rose, who we love immensely. It says, I only wear the best under my cow suit. So she went as a cow for Halloween and wore her Blame Your Brother shirt underneath it. So we appreciate that.
Furry confirmed.
Yep. She is a furry now. She's in John's corner. Furries unite. All right, here's Jenny's again with another one. Last regular haunt selfie. Hashtag crazy lab scientist. And looks like she has been scaring a lot of people. And she said a couple of wrestlers came through at the haunted house. So, all right, here's Sarah, who we talked about earlier. Comp My Pod. Go follow them. Please go listen to their podcast. They just dropped a new episode this week at Comp My Pod. Says Halloween 2017. She is dressed as
Maleficent.
How do you say that?
Maleficent? Right?
I don't have no idea. I literally don't know how to say it.
Maleficent.
Sure. And her son is
Snow
dressed
White.
up as is it Morty from the Rick and Morty show, whatever that show is. That called Rick and Morty show?
It's called the Rick and Morty show.
All right, here's me again. Just me and my new ride. And that I bought that. No, I bought that
Must
today.
be Halloween.
I bought that today. It's out. That car retails for
Did you do like, is this like a little Bow Wow challenge?
Yes.
It just kind of looks like a green screen, man.
Retails for $289,000 with parked outside the Omni Hotel. Okay,
Should
here
pay
we
that
go.
in cash.
Mm-hmm. Straight cash, homie. All right, this is Sal from Not Playing Stupid. It says, making the rent money playing Hammerschlagen. Now, have you guys ever played Hammerschlagen?
I've seen people play it.
Yeah, I did it one time, and I literally almost broke my thumb. No, I had to stop playing. So you take a nail. Okay, you take a piece of wood, like a piece of a tree, and the first one to get the nail all the way in to the wood wins. And these nails, you got to hit it one hammer strike each time, and you go around the thing. It is very hard to do, and if he's doing that, he's more of a man than I'll ever be.
I mean,
so
that's not saying much.
He's got a lot of money there, so good job, Sal.
There's like dozens of them.
All right, here's John with the Throwback Thursday. This is his most infamous costume. It is the troll, which sums up John.
Where does the costume end and the person begin?
Where does it?
Must be that purple couch.
Do you still have that outfit?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, and this is Michael Anthony, our fact checker. He says, my Halloween idea was to be a television news production assistant. They have red shirts now, but mine is older. At NBC Connecticut, hashtag blame yourself.
There you go. Run it.
And then we got at Caution Spoilers, today's charity shop purchase. I'll wear it on Oscar night. I'm waiting for my last minute invite, which never comes. Hashtag blame your selfie.
Looking
So
good.
that dress looks really
like
good. I would say Harvey Weinstein probably would have hit on her if she'd been around.
He'd have hit on you for sure.
He wouldn't have hit on me, bro. I don't think Kevin Spacey would have, but not her, not him. Okay. All right, so there you go. Yes, please submit your selfies to us during the week. Use the hashtag blame your selfie. Join our selfie squad. We love it. We love to show off all of our awesome listeners, and we always appreciate everything you do. So, all right, there we go. All right, so we've done the selfies. We've done the advice. Now it's time for a major key.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
That's not the key. I want the key.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
Dabbing on you. All right, it's time for the major key of the week. What are we feeling here? Sammy said it should be don't be bitter in response.
But we had a don't last week, so it's like don't. But we
Well,
had don't before too.
We had don't before.
I
It's
don't
a
like-
lot of don'ts. It's telling people,
All right.
you know.
There you
So
go.
are we good with don't be bitter or what?
Run it.
I mean, if we're not, John, is there anything stand out beside you? Don't get caught giving head on a plane. I mean, that's another. That's another don't, isn't it? Oh man.
And then
It's
Lee,
just-
Lee earlier said don't give in.
Don't
That's
give
another
in.
don't.
He said don't wait. Oh, don't give in. Okay, I thought
does
he was
that
saying give
mean?
in to Harvey Weinstein cornering these young ladies in the corner.
Another one.
Robin says she's got one. Well, you better let us know because I can
Drop
only
it like it's
What
hot.
is it?
I can
Drop-
only
drop it
feel
like
dead
it's
air
hot.
for so long here.
What is it?
Should you be bitter?
Well,
One
that's
for
it.
David. Oh, this ought to be fantastic. Yeah, so if you don't know, I'll explain it while she's giving us the rundown. Some people ask, what is Major Key? What is this Major
Always welcome Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is welcome everywhere.
That's a good one.
Which one's better, Lee? Don't be bitter.
Don't interrupt the keys. Would
Don't
be
interrupt the
mine.
keys. Oh, DJ Khaled, if you know who this man is, he's a guy with he's a guy that never raps on any album, but produces entire albums of rap songs.
I think he's rapped before.
No, he does not. He does not rap. And
Watch your mouth, honky.
And his big thing, he became a Snapchat star because he would do these infamous videos of Major Keys, which are like life segments. Now we sent the Major Key book to Jeffrey, Pizza Dad Lives, and he's been reading it. He's been learning all kinds of knowledge. I got it. I passed it on. We're just passing on keys. So keys are basically life advice if it's your first time ever listening. And we have a whole list at the website, bybpod.com, if you want to go check them out.
And all these are pulled directly from our episodes
Yes.
each week, except
Right.
for one, which we allowed the viewers to vote on Twitter.
There we go. So this week's is
Don't be bitter.
Don't be bitter.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right. So that's it, man. That's the episode. We've given you all kinds of knowledge, advice, selfies, stories. What more could you want? Hey, you need to go check out the website, bybpod.com. That's our website. It's amazing. It's got every past episode on it. So if you miss one or you want to go back and re-listen to one, that's where you do it at, bybpod.com. Once you go to that website, there's other things on there. All of our social media links are on there. We have ways to subscribe to the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google. It's all on there. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Get social with us. Also, if you're going to buy anything through Amazon, there's an Amazon link. You just click on that link. A little kickback comes to us. You can buy your own Blame Your Brother shirt like Rose did, Copper Top did. You can get your own shirt, be cool, wear it around town. People will love you. And we want to give a big shout out to Radio Vegas Rocks. You go to radiovegas.rocks. That's the ultimate internet radio station. That's what you need to be listening to when you're not listening to us. Go like our Facebook page. Email us on the show. Send John a question for the Dear John segment. And there's also a spot where you can donate money to us if you feel like you want to do that. I think we've done everything we need to do. Stop being bitter, people. And Lee, anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.